the best worst podcast you've ever heard. And now, the Ronnie and Bo Show, brought to you by Prescott Realty.
It's the Ronnie and Bo Show, brought to you by Prescott Realty. I see you there, Bo.
Why don't you just do the voice for this? And now, Ronnie and Bo.
You have a way better voice.
Oh,
between you and Shotgun Tom, I am the. I'm that weird meat in the middle of a funky Subway sandwich that just doesn't fit.
I don't know if that's just wrong. I don't know if this is worth saying or not, but or it just shows how shallow we are or how insignificant we are.
Right.
But how exciting is it to have a podcast and have Shotgun Tom as your announcer and have Prescott Realty as a sponsor? Do you need any more?
No.
Huh?
This is the big time. I mean, Shotgun Tom has his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And now he's the afternoon guy on the 60s channel on Sirius.
Wow.
Yeah, he's doing that show out of New York. Sirius. This, the what do you call that thing that goes around the telescope?
Yeah, satellite radio.
Satellite radio. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll tune into him there because that's
awesome.
That is great. And then Prescott Realty. These are just great friends of ours, and so thankful that they have sponsored our show and stepped up to the plate for us. It's a huge, huge help.
And you can get a hold of them by calling 928-499-8700. They've got two offices to serve, one in downtown Prescott and one in Williamson Valley. And I believe Williamson Valley is where one of their specialists works from.
That's right. Richard Hanna, he specializes in custom lots out in Williamson Valley, which is just one of the most beautiful places in the whole Prescott area. And so if you want to contact him, then he can connect you with a lot where you could build a brand new house. Or Lorinda Johnson specializes in existing homes that if you want to buy or sell. Where John Rocha, he's into the new homes that are getting built. And then Kylie Elliott, first-time home buyer specialist. So give him a call, 928-499-8700, and they will
go to work for you.
That's it.
And tell them Ronnie and Bo sent you.
That's right.
So, Ronnie, just enjoy doing this show with you every day, man. This is so wonderful. This is a lot of fun. You can join us on Instagram, Facebook. We're on all the podcast providers. You can check us out on iTunes. You can say, hey, Alexa, play the Ronnie and Bo Show.
Exactly. Which is super cool.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yep.
Spotify, Google Play, TuneIn, everywhere. And we would love for you to spread the word. Leave a review if you can.
Yep.
But please spread the word. We need the help to grow the Ronnie and Bo Show.
That is for sure. We live in such a great community, don't we? Is Cash or Chessa, are they starting out in sports this fall and anything?
Yeah. Chesapeake is doing, she's going to be doing her soccer, and Cash is playing football for the first year. And I know that your eldest son played football one year, right?
Yeah, Braddock did. He played several years of flag, but he gave tackle a try for 1 year with the Prescott Badgers.
That's what Cash is doing.
Yep. So is this Cash's first?
Yep, he's on junior peewees, and they might not have a season. They got 10 players, and they keep telling us if we can't recruit one more kid, we can't field a team. Coach Hanna is just an amazing guy with these kids, and Coach Brown, boy, he could be a college coach. That's how good he is.
That's amazing.
But
Braddock
having a lot of fun.
Coach Smith, and we know Epi Vicente, and
he's great.
Has been helping out with that for such a long time. And
isn't Epi still coaching a little bit in the high school level?
I believe so.
Yeah, he's doing something there.
I believe so, which is
my wife sees him at
cool.
work. Yeah.
To get your little kids exposed to these great coaches early and all of that. And there's some great coaches even in soccer, AYSO starting back up again, and then there's all these different club teams. And Pioneer Park, if you drive by Pioneer Park, or
it's
Cubular Field, I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. Kubler, yeah.
Kubler.
And they've got baseball, there's roller hockey, there's soccer, you name it. Yeah,
soccer.
It's just...
It's fun.
So cool to see all those families out there, and man, we are spoiled rotten.
We really are. And I'm over there watching my kid practice on those fields, and you look up, and there are about a dozen or two mountain bikers just going around the area.
Exactly.
And it's just amazing. I mean, brothers and sisters are mountain biking while their brothers and sisters are practicing cheer or football. You're looking at a sunset, and you're on this grass field. There's no concrete. There's no graffiti. I mean, you talk about the heart feet of America, right?
It does.
Iowa,
it
the
feels like a
farmlands.
time warp.
It's
you
I'll
got
take this.
Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University right next door to that field, and I've noticed on Saturday mornings during soccer games, there's students at Embry-Riddle that go out and fly these remote control airplanes,
Neat.
and they try dive bombing the kids when they're playing soccer. So.
Speaking of aeronautical, you and I need to invest in a drone.
Oh,
seriously. We were in Mexico on
I can
vacation,
just
and a guy
drone
brought his drone.
on and on.
Tell me
and
about
on.
it. Tell me about it. Who doesn't know that about Ron? Every Sunday morning at Heights Church, just people are putting their heads between their knees. There he goes. He's preaching to us again.
Here's another drone.
Boy, he is so preachy, that pastor, for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, man. So a buddy of yours has an actual drone?
Yeah. And it'd be fun. I don't know what the FCC regulations are and stuff, but you go out to Coyote Springs and have at it. There's nobody over there.
Yeah,
but, it'd be fun.
The Ronnie and Bo drone.
Yeah.
We can bring traffic footage in from all over the Quad City area.
There you go. Yeah.
I think that sounds good. Hey, Bo, I've got a...
Or we could just go look through people's windows, one of the two. All right, never mind.
Do you need a drone for that, or we can just walk over?
Yeah.
Maybe when you deliver their Ronnie and Bo shirt or hat,
we could deliver it with a drone.
Show up on the horse.
No, I don't know why you keep saying that. I'm not showing up on a horse. You know what? You keep saying that I'm going to deliver a hat or a Ronnie and Bo shirt on a horse topless. That's why we have no sales. Thank you. Could you change your marketing for me?
I just have Vladimir Putin on my mind when I think about that.
I don't know, man.
And
you need to go back to work.
That would be amusing, probably. Well, yeah, maybe lift our sights a little bit here. I got a daily dose that takes us out of the gutter.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, just a short while ago, we lost Billy Graham.
Yeah.
I mean, here was a guy for decade after decade after decade that just loved God, loved people, and lived just a phenomenal life. Such a public figure, and there's so few of these guys that make it through their whole life without some sort of failure or scandal or something, but this was a guy that made it his whole journey.
I think he was from North Carolina or South Carolina, and his father or his family got him up doing public speaking at a very young age, and it really took. And I was watching that Netflix show about the Queen of England.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember the name of it.
He showed up in an episode, didn't he?
His character showed up in an episode because he went over to England. He was doing a revival.
Wow.
And, to tell you the truth, you know more about it than me, but what he was doing was not Queen,
right.
The Church of England
right.
style.
It's not very traditional. Wasn't. Yeah.
So it was a little bit,
For its day, it was kind of on the edge.
They had a meeting at Buckingham Palace, and they both really admired each other.
Yeah, that's pretty special. Well, the Daily Dose today, I just got a few things that I thought were really cool about the life of Billy Graham. Okay. It's kind of a did you know sort of thing. But at 16 years old, he went to go be a part of a church youth group, and they actually turned him away.
Wow.
Because they said his manner and his dress was just too worldly.
Wow. He was too sharp.
Yeah, and he didn't know who Jesus was or anything. He's just trying to figure it out. But he got turned away at 16 years old by a church.
Uh-oh.
And
Mistake.
So interesting. Yeah. He spent 112 consecutive nights preaching.
Wow.
For 7 days a week, for 16 straight weeks, he preached a total of 112 consecutive nights, which is just nuts because, for me and John at Heights, we share the teaching. Pastor Mike rolls in and relieves sometimes. And if I do 25 Sundays in a year,
wow.
That's a lot. And so 112... just over 16 weeks. That's a lot.
And it depends where you are in history, right? There's not a lot of firsts being made, but wasn't he one of the first to do stadiums and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, stadiums and then television
and
broadcasting.
And television
broadcasting. And that's
it.
That's the next thing. He met and befriended and prayed with 13
I knew it
U.S.
was a big
presidents,
number, right?
From Truman to Trump, everyone in between. So pretty amazing, and the respect, because regardless of the party or whatever,
right.
He would just go extend his love and help to whoever was in office, which
So
is just really admirable.
This bug in my mind here. Who was it? It might have been him.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was Schuler.
Yeah.
At the Crystal Cathedral. But
Right.
who was it that did the sermons at the drive-in theater in Orange County? I think he may have started that.
I think he might have as well.
I think he did that, and
Yep.
and when you're just starting out, and people would drive in, they'd have those little
Yep.
speakers, those old drive-in speakers, and he would
Yep.
be up there.
Yep.
There wouldn't be anything on the screen,
Yep.
and he would be up there preaching on a
Right.
soapbox, and that's pretty. What do you call it? New or
Right.
new age or whatever, different
Right.
for the time, right?
You bet. Well, you bet. Well, and it turns out that over the course of his lifetime, he made it into 185 out of 195 countries to preach. And so I know the number of countries kind of varies, and depending on, there's always a handful that are in some state of turmoil, but he shared the love of God in 185 different countries, which is spectacular. And then this one blew me away. In one single day, he preached to over 1 million people.
Wow.
It was in Seoul, Korea, and over 1 million people came out in one day and preached to all of them. So that's one of those things. I'm not even sure if we'll ever see another guy like that, and certainly the opportunity, the perfect guy at the perfect time in history.
And when they had his memorial,
Yeah.
was it at the nation's capital or somewhere?
Yeah.
But it was all the big guys were there,
Right.
and I just saw a snippet of it, and he was buried in. Do you know what I'm about to say?
No.
He was buried in a wooden casket that was built by prisoners.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
See, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
cool.
Wasn't anything fancy.
No,
Wasn't driving anything
very,
fancy.
Very humble guy. That's for sure. That's for sure.
So this is really not fair of me, Ron. Those were interesting facts. I like that very much. I love this relationship that you and I have because I learn from you, and I just love it.
Vice versa.
Yeah. This is not fair. My wife came. We put the kids to bed last night, and then we do our pattern. She gets on the couch
Right,
on her laptop.
yeah.
We're in the same room, but we're not looking at each other.
Right.
But
You finally get a little breather of alone time, and
but you're
doing
together,
your own
but you're
thing.
looking at your own
Yep.
thing. And she starts laughing real loud, and she's on Facebook or something, and she sees this article.
Yeah.
And she just starts laughing and laughing. She says, "Bo, I have to read this to you. I have to read it to you." And I don't want to hear it, and I'm busy.
Right.
And I said, "Okay, sure, let me hear it." And then she starts doing this thing, and she can't even finish the sentence because she's just laughing. I mean, if she was drinking milk,
Yeah.
milk would have come out her nose. And it got to the point where she was enjoying it so much that it got annoying to me. I mean, it was like, okay, great. And she read it for an hour. And it was something that was going around, and it was about back to school.
Okay. Yeah. We're in that season right now.
Now, that doesn't sound funny, back to school. What's so
Right.
funny about that? Why are you
Right.
laughing? No. It was back to school
Yeah.
now versus the 1970s.
All right. Which, by the way, is kind of right between me and you there.
That's right.
As far as school's concerned.
Yep.
And there are so many changes. Just when you think about. Just even the lunch scenario.
Yep.
You get up and you get going in the morning on the routine, and
Yeah, I mean, you just look like in the 70s, they would say, for example, when you were making lunches, you just reach elbow deep into a bag of Wonder Bread that's not around today. Wonder Bread, and then you would put it all out. You'd spread them all out like
Right.
an assembly line, right?
Right.
And you get your mustard, and you go squirt, 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 and then you put your mustard away. Then you get your bologna, you go slap, 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 and then that's it. There's not even a cheese portion of that assembly.
Right.
And you put them in there, and you wrap them in tin foil, or you wrap them in wax paper. Remember wax paper?
yeah,
that was horrible.
there's no Ziploc.
And, and nobody, and everybody got the same.
Oh man.
You don't do that today.
No.
You put a little vegetables in their little lunch bag, and you put a little whatever. But the daughter gets different vegetables, and the son doesn't get peanuts. And
Yes.
it's customized nowadays. It's not fun.
Exactly. When I was in elementary school, there was a kid who brought this exact same thing every single day. He brought a
Really?
tuna sandwich on white bread that was probably Wonder Bread every single day.
And that's another thing, right?
Yeah.
When did we get out of the brown paper bags?
Oh,
when did
man.
we get to these styled lunch bags / boxes?
Exactly.
I mean, literally, you had a thermos and a canteen or whatever you call that, whatever that is.
Well, I
And
did
then-
like those old-fashioned lunch pails.
Yeah, and they
they
were
had the
tin and
Star
metal.
Wars
Yes.
or whatever.
So those people could, roll their eyes at the, because the old days it was paper bags and then it went to that.
Right.
And so we're sort of slamming today's stuff where it's got a slot for your plastic spoon. It's got a zipper for your ice pack.
Yeah.
You said your buddy, had mayonnaise. I bet you that was warm mayonnaise
man, can you imagine?
every day of his life.
There's no ice pack,
There was no ice
back
pack in
then.
our lunch bags.
Exactly. There's a temperature gauge now on my boys', coolers, and they've got to have a battery pack to reinforce it.
And we had a thermos, and if it broke, you had to drink the glass.
Yeah,
you had to drink the mirror inside
it
the
was
thermos.
warm, chunky milk with shards of glass, and we liked it.
Now they have these water bottles.
Exactly.
What are these things
exactly.
called? What are those things called?
Yeah,
Whatever
the Nalgene and all. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're all environmentally friendly bottles.
But
and
we're making fun of that. But I got to tell you, there are bottles that will keep your soup warm 72 hours.
Yeah,
and the cold water 6 days.
Which
do you
is,
need it? Yeah.
I know. I was probably late elementary school when my when Capri Sun made its debut, and
was like a
that
packaged
little
drink.
juice in a bag, and the bummer of it is I could never pierce the bag with the straw on the first try. You jam that thing in there and the straw would just break in half.
I thought you were going to say you could never pierce the thing without squirting it in your eye,
Well, that-
or up to your elbow down your long sleeve.
That too. So Capri Sun is still out there, and I don't know. Sometime last year, my family got another pack of it, and I noticed they'd redesigned the whole system. So much better to be able to actually get in and enjoy the drink that you purchased.
And even back to school shopping, right?
Right.
Nowadays you go and you get the 50-cent eraser or the 1 penny
Right.
notebook or whatever, and oh, there you go, notebooks. All right.
Oh, man.
We were sent to school with shopping bags, brown paper shopping bags to put over our book as a book cover, right?
Oh, I remember
those
that.
things?
I
Yeah,
remember
you had
that.
to fold them.
You're right.
You had
You're right.
to cut them a certain way, and it was like,
Yep.
how can a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, a 14-year-old know how to make a book cover pattern out of a brown bag, shopping bag?
Exactly.
And then 20 years later, you have no idea. It would take you a PhD to figure that out.
Right,
I have
exactly.
no idea.
And now they have so many books in their backpack that they got to have wheels on the backpack. I'm sorry.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
If that is just asking to get beat up.
Well, I got to tell you, and I don't know if this is a then and now comparison.
Yeah.
But there are times when it bubbles up in me, and I see these kids, my kids, and they've got a backpack on.
Yeah.
And they get 40 pounds.
Right.
I mean, you don't need 6 3-ring binders and 4 books. Can't you just take one to school and back, or leave one there, or leave one here?
Yes.
I mean, I am thoroughly convinced that these little 6-year-olds and these little 8-year-olds are wearing these things,
Yep.
and then when they're 30 years old, they got to have back surgery
Right,
because
exactly.
their discs
Yep.
are smushed because
Yes.
you've been putting all this weight on them since they were
man.
6 years old.
Chiropractors have made a killing off of us. I enjoyed when I was a kid the Planters cheese balls. Remember that canister of round cheese balls? Now they've got the Cheetos Puffs, but I'm talking about these were little smaller than a golf ball morsel of puffed up cheese, and that was glorious.
I don't remember those.
You could leave the can open for months and come back and they would taste exactly the same. Twinkies.
Twinkies. I was going to say, put a Twinkie in your kid's lunch bag.
Oh,
it's
man.
like just put a dishwasher sponge with some cake mix. I mean,
Inject some whipped cream and
what could be worse for you, medically speaking, or from a science point of view?
How did we even survive? It's the Seinfeld thing about like cold cereals. Do you remember Cookie Crisp?
Yeah,
Yeah, and saying it wasn't like cookies, it was cookies, and that was really at least you try to masquerade some stuff there but man, I don't even know how we survived. We didn't wear seat belts.
Nope.
And we ate thermos glass and drank rotten milk.
Was there
and
a time
tuna.
when you biked to school?
Yeah.
Or did you never bike to school?
I biked or walked to school.
Oh, you told that story this year about your kids. And Braddock said, I'm so excited. I'm going to get to walk to school. And you go, how exciting is that? And then he took off when he was supposed to.
Right.
You may have practiced it. I don't know.
Right.
But he took off like he was supposed to. And I know, he won't say this, but I know he felt equally proud of that.
Right.
And extremely lonely at the same time to walk down the street a quarter of a mile to school. And then you told me 10 minutes later, I took my other kid, we were in the car, and we passed him and waved at him.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. But that's freedom, right? That's like a car, it's freedom.
Yes.
To walk to school.
That's it.
It's freedom.
Yep, that's it.
Your parents aren't telling you to buckle in. You don't have to get your backpack. You don't have to hurry up and get out the door and get in the car. It's freedom. I'm walking. If I make it, I make it. If not, I might stop and grab something from this tree and eat it. It's freedom. The berries off the tree.
Not anymore.
No.
Not anymore.
And then it got to a point when you could bike.
Yes.
Now, do you think we'll ever, in this day and age, you think you'll ever get to a time when you can go, okay, kids, go ahead.
Know. Because now we just wandered off and we're eating dirt and stepping on hypodermic needles on the way to school, and now you're taking your kid to the child psychologist to transition them into a new grade and a new teacher and a new class. And it's such a rough world, the allergies and stuff that kids have today. I don't remember allergies growing up.
I don't think there were.
And now everything, you got an allergy to everything. Remember embryo free? Remember we were
talking about that. Yeah.
Oh man.
Does that work against? Does that help with allergies?
I think so. If you are on an embryo free diet, then you're probably healthier. But now you're not packing Twinkies. You're going to Whole Foods to shop for your kids. Lunches and putting sushi in and
you're buying sushi.
Yeah.
You know what I did? I go down. You got the sushi department there in the grocery store,
right?
So my daughter. So the California roll's the easiest, right? What does it have? Like a little piece of fake fish or shrimp or whatever.
Right.
And then it's got
seaweed and sticky rice,
and then it's got a little glob of. Oh, I'm so sorry that I even brought this up. And then it's got a little part of avocado.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, it's as plain as you can get. It's as non-threatening in that world as you can get, right?
Yes.
And my daughter doesn't like avocado.
Oh no.
And it's got 3 little carrots sticking up, a little piece of shrimp and avocado.
Right.
I mean, it's as boring as you can be. And now I have to go up to the guy and I said, "Can you make me something very simple?" "Yeah, well, we got California roll right here." I said, "No, I know that, and you're not. Just hear me out. Can you make it without the avocado?" He goes, "Make it without the avocado?" I mean, he thinks I'm crazy. I go, "It's not me. It's my daughter. She won't eat avocado." "Well, what do you want me to put in there?" I said, "I don't put carrots. Put jicama. I don't care what you put in there. Just don't make it green." And so, I mean, so you're customizing your sushi for your spring rolls or whatever you call those, your California rolls for your kids,
Yeah, that's true.
It's just nuts.
That's true.
Nuts.
That is. I don't know how we're even going to survive.
No, I don't either. And
and it's probably time to go pick the kids up from school soon.
Yes, it
is.
is. Yeah. So we better get out of here.
Make sure that they're okay.
All right. Well, thanks to Prescott Realty for sponsoring the Ronnie and Bo Show. We really appreciate and are thrilled and are very proud, and we can't say enough about the relationship we have with Prescott Realty.
They are great people, and so you can get a hold of them at 928-499-8700 for a no-commitment free consultation, or check them out at PrescottRealty.com.
And when you're going to an open house, at not an open house, but if you're going to a new community, you can bring them to a new community model home. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
You don't have to just walk in and talk to the salesperson at a new community.
Wow.
Yeah, they can assist you and help you and negotiate with you
Wow.
as you go look through the models.
That's so great. Well, I was out in Talking Rock yesterday, way down on the west side of Prescott, and in that community, I saw like 2 or 3 lots available that had the Prescott Realty sign out there in Williamson Valley, and so
you can buy that lot and customize a home through Prescott Realty.
all over the Quad City area.
928-499-8700. Don't forget to pick up a Ronnie and Bo t-shirt and a Ronnie and Bo hat at our Facebook shop, Ronnie and Bo Show.
That is correct. Well, thanks so much for listening and leaving us a rating and review wherever you do. It helps people find us. We love you all.
Thanks for listening to the Ronnie and Bo Show, available on your favorite podcast provider. Please connect with the Ronnie and Bo Show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and RonnieandBoShow.com. Send comments to RonnieandBoShow@gmail.com. This is your announcer speaking. I'm Shotgun Tom Kelly.